Hello, everybody. Welcome to Season 2 of the I Went Outside Today podcast. I am one of your three hosts, Chris.
I'm Sheryl.
And I'm Sydney. I do the things.
You sound so enthusiastic when you do your
do
catchphrase. You should do it with a lot more pizzazz and verve.
No, I'm Sydney. I do the things.
People can tell you're staring down, like your chin's at your chest, capturing slow pokes on your phone. It is that exact sound in your voice.
I looked up when I said it. Whatever. No one even. I'll fight you. Is this season 2, episode 1?
It is.
Yes.
It's a new season. It's a new us. New me.
Did you not catch on when I said welcome to season 2?
I was listening, but in a way that I was not listening.
But yes, like Sydney said, a new season, a new us. And we've got some new things going on with our podcast. First of all, Sheryl has been hard at work putting together our Facebook page, and as well, she has also made our Instagram and YouTube channel.
It's slow going. I'm learning.
I laid on the floor waiting for death, so that's how I helped.
And Sydney refuses to be videotaped live. Our YouTube videos are just the audio version of the podcast. There's no real video to go along with it. But if you prefer to listen to your podcasts on YouTube, just search us up. I Went Outside Today podcast, and our channel should appear.
I didn't refuse. I just need warning because I have to transform my face into a different face and not wear my Shamu clothes.
I say now that you've hit the big times, second season podcast, you can throw away your Shamu clothes.
No.
Another thing, now that we're launching season 2, we are launching our Patreon. If you listen to this podcast and would like to throw a little bit of cash our way to keep us talking and filling your ears with entertainment, find us on Patreon for I Went Outside Today, the podcast. We have all sorts of things that you can get as a listener.
We got pins. We got ducks with fangs drawings. We got all kinds of things for you.
Actually, you didn't suggest ducks with fangs drawings or any of that stuff.
No, I think pins are part of it. That's
okay.
For one of our higher tiers. We have some other things. I think our lowest tier, you get to, if you donate to our podcast, Sydney will give you a toast. She will toast your name and she'll drink her drink.
Yep, I sure will, buddy boy.
We're also offering other things like we will ask Bune a favor for you.
Yep.
Sydney is giving us a guilty look for some reason.
For no reason.
Some reason she might not be friends with Bune,
Mm-hmm.
the demon from our Get Rich Quick episode, where she wore a demonic pendant. Bune, the patron saint of wealth or wealth gathering. I forget what he's a patron saint of.
It's not a patron saint if he's a demon.
All right. Patron demon?
Saints are different. It's the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Sydney will ask Bune for a favor that you forward to us, and Bune will see if he can make it happen. And she'll read it on the air. And also at the time of us recording, right now we're starting to look at the end of COVID. We've all got our first vaccination shots, and we're looking to get ours towards the end of the month here, which means that once everything opens back up, we can actually go outside and do things again.
Mm-hmm.
We can go outside and do things like we meant to do at the start of season 1, things like the L. Ron Hubbard birthday party. You can actually go next year if you want to.
It already passed for this year?
Yeah, it was in March.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go to that. Maybe I need a wig.
A week for what?
A wig.
Oh.
For being disguised.
But your hair's so long. How would you file that hair?
You have to shave it off.
And then you get a big wig. You put it under a cap.
But yeah, even though we'll be able to do outdoor events in the future, for now we're still doing online events. And for our first episode here, our online event was the Edmonton Cat Festival. So I have a description here from the event page. So the Cat Fest, of cats, cat culture, and cat people that raises money for cat rescues, is back for a Pawesome virtual weekend. Join us for 2 days of cat-themed online captivities and programming. Since 2014, the Edmonton International Cat Festival has raised $117,000 for local cat rescues. You do not have to be located in the Edmonton area to celebrate cats and experience this virtual cat festival. All cat lovers around the world are welcome. However, there are some Edmonton-specific giveaways that locally based attendees will get additional access to. So here's a sample of some of this year's programming, presentations, workshops, and a meowsing entertainment. At-home senior cat care with Pulse veterinary specialist and emergency. A local rescues panel featuring Little Cats Lost, SCAR's Second Chance Animal Rescue, and ARCS, Alberta Animal Rescue Crew Society. A virtual cat yoga. How to draw cats. How to make catnip toys. How to make cat crafts. How to make savory homemade cat food. Cat story time with the Edmonton Public Library. Cat questions game. Cat show and tell. Cat wine tasting. And cat trivia. Goes on and on here. If you love cats, no matter where you live in the world, this is the virtual event for you. If you love cats but have allergies, this is definitely an event for you. And 100% of the proceeds will be donated to Edmonton Cat Rescues. And so, Sydney, what did you think of CatFest 2021?
So what happened was that I slept in a little bit on the first day, so I missed the intro. And then the first thing that I went to was games, like the gamer cat panel.
Mhm.
And the lady was talking about all these good games that you could play if you like cats. And one of them was like this Tetris game, but with cats. And that took up a lot of my time because I downloaded it and then I like paid for the version without the ads because it's so addictive that I couldn't like tolerate having the ads in it. And you just stack cats and they're in funny shapes and you just try and get higher and higher and higher. So I did go to a bunch more panels, but I was half listening because I was playing the cat game. So the cat game was my favorite thing.
They sabotaged you from the start.
Yeah, they really just like came to win.
For all of our cat gamers out there, what is the name of the game so they can be addicted to it?
Mhm.
Let me find it. I think it's just called Cats or something. It's called Cat Stack.
Cat Stack.
And it's so addictive. Holy shit. Yeah, that was awesome. That's a very fun game that I still play. And then after that, I went to the lion mane cutting one. And that was really funny because the cat that she was grooming got mad and left. And then she had to get a backup cat. Like she had a backup cat ready to go that she took out of the carrier. And then so she was talking about...
Is this where they like shave cats except for all around their neck scruff area so they look like tiny lions?
Yeah, that's awesome. So they can make them look like little tiny lions. So they're so fluffy to begin with. And then so she was just showing different techniques and different tools that you use and talking about the stress level of cats. And people were asking questions in the audience while she was grooming the cat. But it was just funny because the first cat had enough and just like was half shaved and just like fucking left. And then she had to get a different cat and start over. So her panel ran long. So then I was late to other panels because I wanted to see the finished product, but it did run quite long. So I didn't get to see the finished cat. But I did learn a lot about cat grooming, which is nice because I like to watch the dog grooming videos on TikTok. So it was equally interesting.
See, and somewhere out there is a half-shaved cat.
Somewhere out there, there's a cat that got pissed off and they never finished shaving it.
Is this something you plan to do to your own cat one day when you get one?
100%. I'm going to get a big-ass Maine Coon and lion cut.
Have you seen those like cat body dye jobs where they dye cats to look like they're like tigers or zebras?
No, let me Google this right now.
Or cows.
Dye job?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a Pikachu. This is the greatest thing that I've ever seen.
We'll also include this cat Pikachu on our website. Cheryl's bringing some up on her computer now. I remember the Halloween cat.
Mhm.
So the cat dyed to look like its skeleton is showing.
So I think your cat Pikachu is not real.
It looks pretty real.
Did they have any died cats as part of the Cat Fest?
Not that I saw. What happened after the grooming? Then I left for this.
Because you were late for the next thing.
Yeah, I was late for the next event. I think the next event I went to was the whole setup, by the way, that I think it's done by like someone called Crowdcast or everything. I thought this was going to be really lame because I'm just like so over online events and staying in my house, and it was pretty good. It was really, really user friendly, really easy to use. It was about as close as I think you can get to like going to a conference, and I love conferences. Like, if you've ever been to Seattle, they have like tons of crazy like anime conventions, zombie conventions, all kinds of any kind of convention you want. They probably do it in Seattle. So I love that vibe of going to cons, and this was like very good. This is pretty on point. You could switch between panels and go all about, and I have to say it was organized very, very well. And it was nice that all the money went to helping Cat City. So then I think I went to a Catio one where these guys, they like showed their whole house and all of the custom catios they designed. Because if you are you start Googling about the world of cat ownership, there's the people that let their cats go outside and think that cats are animals and they deserve to go outside. And there's people that say you're irresponsible if you do that. Cats are supposed to be inside. And then there's the catio people, which is like the best of all worlds. So big outdoor enclosures that allow your cats to go outside and explore safely without killing birds and being detrimental to the environment or getting injured by other animals.
It's like a habit trail for cats.
Yes, yeah. So their whole house was wild. They had a whole cat highway. They had suspension bridges, and then they showed all their outdoor enclosures and talked about how to make catios. So that was awesome.
Are these in your future house plans for when you buy your turreted home?
Yeah, I would do a big house that's all turret, and then I would make a cat highway. Because I lived with this one cat that every time you wanted to go upstairs, it would run ahead of you and race to the halfway landing and then wait for you and slap you in the face. So I think you have to give cats other things to climb or they'll abuse you.
Yes.
Plus, I think cat highways are neat.
Is this further going to help encourage you to be a crazy cat lady when you're older?
Well, maybe, but I do want cats, but I also don't want cats because I think, committing is scary, even if it's just to cats. They live for like 20 years. I don't know if I could emotionally just love something for 20 years. I'm not that nice a person. Now I'm looking at cats with rainbow tails.
Well done, Chris.
Well, I do what I can to inform the world of cat dye jobs.
I'm very distracted. I just want to keep looking at the cats.
I can't wait till we're doing this live again. We can take away your phone.
Yep.
I'm not touching my phone. It's not. Look at my hands. I'm just going to frown at you for the rest of the episode.
Well, enjoy those crow's feet.
I'm closing the browser.
Uh-huh.
It's closed.
We can tell by the reflection in your eyes.
No, you can't. It's closed.
Click, 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 click.
I'm
click,
not
click.
touching anything. You're touching things in present.
All right. Well, so you were demonstrated the wonderful world of catios and how a person can transform their outdoors into an indoors for their cat, but they still get the experience of being in the world.
Yeah, it's an indoor-outdoor.
Did you go to Cat Storytime?
No, that sounded dumb.
You tell stories about cats all the time. Why do you not want to hear some?
Oh, with stories about cat. Oh. I should have gone to that. I thought that it was like reading stories to cats. So I didn't go.
Why would you think they're reading stories to cats?
I don't know. That's what I thought it was. Maybe the title of your panel was misleading, and that's why I didn't go to it. It's not my fault.
So you thought a cat was going to sit through a whole story?
I don't know what I thought was gonna happen.
Were
It
you
just sounded like
drinking?
it sounded like reading stories to cats or like bedtime, like children's stories. It's not on me. That's on you.
That's some good external locus of control you got going on there.
Did you at least try play the cat questions game? Or do you also think that was for cats?
I didn't think it was for cats. Cat questions game. I think I watched cat trivia. That one?
Probably.
Did you play like by yourself?
No, I knew all the answers.
You could have won at cat trivia and you just decided not to attend.
I think you had to sign up for cat trivia ahead of time, but I watched
Well,
other people play it.
You'll destroy them next year.
Because I have like terrible test anxiety, so I wouldn't want to play it. But I did know all of the answers.
What kind of questions were they asking?
Just like stuff about cats.
So very specific of you to describe.
I don't know. I can pull it up, but you're all like, stop doing things on your laptop. I forget what they asked.
Was it like about breeds or like famous cats?
Yeah.
Wow, I wasn't even there.
It's cat trivia. Like, what do you want me to say? It was like, I can't even think of a question.
Did you at least learn how to make some savory homemade cat food?
No, I didn't go to the food ones.
Which ones did you do?
The senior cat one.
Is that for like really old cats or cats that help seniors be
That's for
seniors?
very old cats. Can I bring up the page without you being in a snit, and I will tell you the titles of the events that I went to?
Yeah, as long as you're not scrolling through Google image searches of cats, I'm fine
going
with
to.
it. If you like cats this much, though, I definitely think you should go to the furry convention.
I like cats that are cats. I don't like it when people pretend to be cats.
But they believe they're cats. Some of them
But they're
do,
not
at least.
nearly as funny.
What if you just lost half of our listening audience right there?
I mean, I'm prepared to take that risk for all of us.
You're going to miss out on the chance to rub the belly of a man-sized cat.
The other thing that was very cool was that you can watch all the content for 3 weeks after the festival.
Nice.
So I got to watch more stuff after.
So I think the event was on a Saturday?
Saturday and a Sunday.
Nice. Did you do like both days or did you just do one of the days and then continue after?
I did
at your
I did
leisure?
most of it on Saturday, and then I did do some on Sunday, and then I did some during the week.
Of all the events they had offered, did you how many of them do you think you watched?
I went to a lot, and like some of them I only clicked in and out of, but I went to a lot of stuff.
So way more than what they had kind of posted on their
I mean,
page.
way more than you could like do.
Like
you couldn't go to everything even if you went because there was so much overlapping stuff.
Did you hear that on the Saturday, the mayor declared that day to be Municipal Cat Day?
I did not hear that.
Edmonton's got its own cat day now every year.
Okay, so I saw the festival kick off, not at the beginning, but eventually.
Did they have like opening ceremonies like the Olympics?
Yeah, they just say like, hi, thanks for coming, your money goes to cats. And they make a lot of cat puns. I mean, I have to be honest, I did not care for any of the cat puns. I think they were really weird and forced. Didn't like it.
That's fair.
Don't do it again. It doesn't help. I just want to see the cats. I don't want your weird fucking puns. Just my personal opinion. I went to the cat rescues panel after, so not during the event. I went to the Q&A with celebrity cat one-eared Uno, so that's a TikTok cat. And I went
So
to
you got a Q&A with a cat?
But I didn't ask any questions. It was mostly a Q&A with the cat owner. So she has a one-eared cat named Uno, and she walks him, and he's an adventure cat, and she's really big on TikTok. And so she came for a panel with her cat. After the event, on a different day, I did the senior cat care with Pulse Veterinary panel. So that was about how to care for old cats.
Did you learn anything new about having to take care of an old cat?
No.
No.
It was interesting. I don't know. It's just like, make sure they're alive.
I mean, yes, that is an important part of cat care.
Step
I
one,
was
do
watching
not
that
let
while I was
cat
doing
die.
other stuff. But there was like, she did demos and stuff about like how to trim their nails and things. I also spent so much time, like probably way too much time, just watching the kitten cams. So if it seems like I didn't go to anything, it's because I spent most of the festival just watching kittens.
A live stream of kittens running around? Is that the whole idea?
Yes.
And
And
how, like, was it going on the whole festival?
It's going on for a lot of the festival. So like one went from 11 a.m. to 1:30. So there's not necessarily always someone there. It's just always streaming the kittens. I really like the live kitten cams. And then I went to cat trivia presented with Ringo, but I didn't watch all of that. I went to some of this one called Meowsical Performances with this lady. So she played and like her cat was there. And her cat likes music.
Is it like a choir of cats meowing to like popular music?
When the part that I watched, like when I clicked in, the cat wasn't there. It was just her talking about music.
I'm imagining like that Christmas album where they had it all, the Christmas carols with the barking dogs, only with cats.
Mm-hmm.
No, the cat wasn't doing any music when I was there. But I only kind of clicked into that one. The first thing that I did on the day was cat video games. This is where I told you I discovered Cat Stack.
Just a quick question to go back to your thing about Uno and the interview with mostly the owner. Does that mean the cat answered some of the interview questions?
The cat answered 0 of the interview questions.
Okay, just checking.
Then I went to live cat grooming demo. That's where they did the lion cut and the cat got angry and left half shaved. That was the best one. Of all of the ones, that was the best one. Then I went to If I Fits, I Sits cat study session, which was with the lead author of the study. This is an actual study that was done on cats that show that they can recognize optical illusions of squares and that they will pick a square to sit in over not a square every time. And it was hilarious. And if you just go on Google Images and Google If I Fits, I Sits, it's just the best.
So they just put like a masking tape square on the ground and a cat will choose that place to lie down?
Yes, but also they tried other things too. Like they would make things that it's not like the outline of a square, but through like an optical illusion, it will make a square. It's like hard to explain, but they would make like 4 circles and then cut out a corner. So if you're looking at the 4 circles, because you can see the corners, you can see like the optical illusion of a square, and the cats could recognize that. And they would choose to sit in that over to not sit in it, which is interesting because I guess I don't know how many, if any, other animals can recognize an optical illusion. So that was the interesting thing about it.
Did she try it on any other cats other than domesticated cats?
I don't know what I forget how many. I think it was for domesticated cats, but.
So yeah, what other things do you remember doing?
I'm scrolling through the list.
So you don't remember anything?
Well, I'm going to tell you, but I can't.
Nothing comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I went to this other one, but I really don't remember what it was called. But I think it might have been another celebrity cat, but I didn't go to a bunch of it. But he was
Was Jackson Galaxy involved in any of these?
No. I don't know who Jackson Galaxy is.
You need to look up Jackson Galaxy then.
Right now? I thought I was on.
No, not right now. Later.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Dog Whisperer?
Dog Whisperer. Victoria Stilwell?
Sure.
No. Basically, Jackson Galaxy is a pet behaviorologist.
Yeah.
He figures out like why people's nasty cats are nasty, and he helps them live with their owners. Sydney furiously typing.
Stop it. Yeah, okay, I don't like this show.
No, you don't like My Cat from Hell?
No.
Oh.
Okay. There's a dog version of this show called It's Me or the Dog with Victoria Stilwell. She's my favorite person in the entire world. I just want to be her best friend, and I want to just watch her train dogs all day, every day. It's like disgusting. If you look at my Facebook history, my YouTube history, it's just her show. It's alarming. The the cat version, I have only seen a couple clips, but he just like is like, I need to know how far I can push this cat before its breaking point, and then he gets attacked by a bunch of cats. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe there's more to it, but I really don't like his show. I didn't like him. I didn't feel like emotionally invested in his success. He made some neat cat highways, but that was about it. When I watch clips of his show, I just watch him pissing off cats, and I don't want to watch that. Whereas like the dog show with Victoria Stilwell, she gives a lot of information about dog psychology, and it's such a good show. Holy shit, that's such a good show.
I think you triggered her, Chris.
Then on the second day, I watched a lot of the live kitten cam because I just liked it the best.
Was it always the same kittens?
No, I think it was different kittens. The second day, yeah, because the second day the cat's mom was there, so I think it was different kittens.
Did they have dioramas set up for the kittens to play in, or was it just like a box?
They had like, it was like a whole like corner playpen area.
Okay.
And at first all the kittens were sleeping, and only one kitten was awake and harassing all the other kittens, and it was just a lot of fun. Because I related to the cat that was harassing everyone else while they were sleeping. And then I went to the renowned cat behaviorist one. So then people like wrote in, my cat does this. Why is it doing that? This lady needs her own show. I thought that she's better than Jackson Galaxy. And she had a really interesting story about how she basically got these two cats in the 70s, and the cats were pieces of shit and like fucking up her house and being terrible cats. And she went to the vet to go, what can I do? And the veterinarian said, well, like, these are terrible cats. You should just put them down and get better cats. And so instead of murdering her cats, she like went on a journey of studying them and what did they relate to and what was the best way to get them to do what she wanted them to do and the best way to get them to not do what she didn't want them to do. And so that's where she's, you know, just been on like a 30-year journey because she didn't want to murder her cats. And she wrote a book and has lots of really great information about positively training or positive reinforcement training for her animals, and clicker training, which is very popular with dogs as well. And she's, yeah, really, really cool. Really awesome. Any questions?
So if you're never going to have any cats, why do you learn about cat training?
In case I have a cat.
So like in case one is dropped on your doorstep during a stormy night with a note attached to it says, please take care of my cat.
Yeah, just in case. I don't know. I go back and forth on it. I want cats, but like, what if they don't like me and they live a really long time? What if I want to leave somewhere and like fake my own death and just go, and then I can't take the cat?
So what was the last thing you did as part of the Edmonton Cat Fest?
I think it was the cat behavioral one and then the closing remarks. I didn't do as much on Sunday because I wasted a lot of time on the live kitten cams and I couldn't stay for the whole duration of it. Oh, so maybe I watched the wrap up. No, I think I did. Okay, I don't remember when I watched the wrap up, honestly. But I had more stuff to do on Sunday. So then after I went back to the beginning and I started going to all the events that I missed, like in chronological order. But I didn't finish.
It sounded like there was a lot of stuff for you to do, so we don't blame you.
There's so much stuff. And then I did want to do the how to draw cats and have a contest with you. But I haven't drawn my cat yet.
Sydney's cat drawings should probably be added to our Patreon as well.
Mm-hmm. Are the ducks with fangs there?
Cat drawing for $100.
I don't know if Sydney's ducks with fangs have been promised. I think Sydney isn't too hot on making more ducks with fangs.
I might make them if I feel like making them, but I might not make them if I don't feel like making them.
Well, we can't give a Patreon level for maybes.
Sure we can. Well, I do have a lot of ducks with fangs, so I could pick the one that they could have. But like, if you want me to draw a new duck with fangs, what's their? Why do they want a duck with? I want an essay. I want an essay from anyone who wants a duck with fangs.
They're giving us money.
Though, so I guess the name we don't get money in an essay.
You want money in an essay?
No one's gonna watch your ducks with fangs drawings now.
Only colleges work this way.
Listen, my heart and soul is in these ducks. That is how college works. My heart and soul is in the ducks and things. They can't just go to anyone. Except for that time I tried to sell one on eBay, but no one bought it.
Did at least people start watching your like item to see if it sold?
No, no one cares about me or my ducks with fangs.
Oh.
I would maybe draw some ducks with. Why can't it just be a maybe? I don't like to commit to anything.
But you've committed to this podcast.
Yeah, but that's because I just want to do things when I want to do it, and then not when I don't want to do it. So that's why I just tell you no a lot. Or I guess not that much. Most of the stuff you posted, I've wanted to do. I really wanted to do this cat thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and so this cat thing is an annual thing. Do you think you would like to do it next year when it is all live?
Yes, I would like to do it live and see the cats in person.
Sounds good. We'll have to sign you up for that. It'll be a different experience than doing it online, I'm sure, as long as you don't get stuck watching the baby kittens.
The baby kittens are the best part because they're so small.
But what if on the opposite end, they are making lion cats?
My dream is to watch someone shave a cat live. That was really funny, though. When the cat just left and then she just had a backup cat. That was, like, hilarious. Oh, my God.
Was the cat left, was it freaking out at her before it left? Or did it just walk away and she was like, okay, shrug?
And no, it wasn't, like, freaking out. She was talking a lot about stress levels. So you have, like, a little hood that you put on when they're grumpy. But, like, you could just tell by its body language it was getting more and more annoyed. So she stopped what she was doing to let the cat chill out. And then it just got up and left.
It's like, no.
Yeah. So then she just pulled out another cat and started over.
I just imagine her house full of, like, little lion maned cats all over the place.
I like to think that a lot of them are half finished.
Well, anything else you remember from your adventure on the online cat fest?
Nope.
Luckily, in that case, Sheryl has found some cat facts she would like to share with you.
I'm going to know them all.
Are you?
What's the first cat fact then?
Well, not like psychically. I won't know them.
What was the oldest known pet cat that existed?
Shit.
Like
30. It was like 30.
No, like when was the first pet cat?
Oh, like the first person that had like a domesticated cat?
Yes.
That I don't know. Like Egypt times?
You're correct. Egypt.
Yay!
Now 9,500 years ago.
Oh yeah, this is like my own cat trivia.
This is on the Purina website.
Your pet, our passion. Please sponsor us, Purina.
There was a cat that was a mayor of a town in Alaska. For how long was he mayor?
And there were whys that should have been forever. But I'm going to say, what, like, a week?
If only. No, 20 years.
That's hilarious. What town?
It doesn't. So I'm gonna mispronounce this, and I apologize in advance.
Talkeetna?
Yeah, Talkeetna.
You could just Google how to say it. I won't judge you.
But he ran in several uncontested elections. Although he didn't hold any legislative power, he was loved by locals and tourists.
And his name was Stubbs.
Yep.
Mayor Stubbs.
I love it.
How long was the longest cat?
How long was like the measured length of it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. How long is a Maine Coon? 2 feet? 3 feet?
48.5 inches. Which
How many feet is that?
We're in Canada here. They taught us metric, not feet.
Yeah.
I think that's about...
Inches is... Don't even. Can't say
12,
inches.
12 inches in a foot. So this is like a 4 foot long cat.
Oh, that's long.
And you were right. It is a Maine Coon.
Yeah, I knew it would be a Maine Coon. You're welcome. I know everything.
Thank you.
Not everything.
Thank you.
What did ancient Egyptians have to do when their cat died?
Cry.
They shaved off their eyebrows.
Their eyebrows or the cat? Oh, I can't.
Their own eyebrows.
They shaved off the cat's eyebrows, but left the rest of the fur.
That's where I thought this was going.
It was like reverse eyebrows.
What an interesting cultural custom.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It says, according to ancient History Encyclopedia, Herodotus wrote in 440 BC that when a pet cat died in ancient Egyptian times, the family members would shave off their eyebrows in mourning. Doesn't say why.
Grief makes you do strange things.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever own a cat and that cat dies, we're going to have some expectations about your eyebrows.
Oh, I have wonderful eyebrows. I wouldn't shave them.
How fast can a cat go?
Like run?
Yep.
A domestic house cat?
Yep.
Ooh, pretty fast. I'm going to go 10 kilometers per hour.
Well, the website I've got is an American website, and it says 30 miles per hour.
So I can do height in imperial, but like speed I have to do in metric.
Chris is just Googling it.
Yeah, we need a converter.
So you said 6.2 miles per hour. That's 10 kilometers an hour.
And they can do 30.
They can do 30 miles per hour.
But they're so small.
It's believed that cats could actually beat Usain Bolt in a 200-meter dash.
I guess they are pretty fast. I lowballed that.
So translating that back, that is 48 kilometers per hour. That's how fast a cat can run.
Good job, cats. Did you know that only little cats like laser pointers and big cats don't like them?
What's the difference between little and big? Is it like just their weight, or is it like the breeds?
Both. Well, like about their, I guess it's going to be their weight, basically. At a certain point in the weight scale, the cats basically have less and less interest in the laser pointer because it's related to their hunting drive, and not a small cat, it's worth that energy to try and hunt that laser, or probably what they think is an insect, where like this guy was testing all these cats, and by the time he got to the tiger, or way before the tiger, other cats like didn't care as much, but the tiger yelled at him and got very angry at him. But big cats will not chase it because it's not worth it to them to seek out that food source. Is too small for their body mass. There's a cat fact for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I came prepared.
I now believe you actually did the event.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was from one night when I was just watching stuff about cats on YouTube. But I did do the event.
Oh, I'm skeptical once again.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I just told you all the stuff that I did. I wish I could remember the other celebrity cat that I saw.
Was it Garfield?
No.
Tony the Tiger?
No.
Felix?
No.
Milo from Milo and Otis?
No. And it wasn't Sassy from Homeward Bound.
Oh.
Although that would be a nice kind of cat to have.
A ragdoll?
A fluffy cat.
So, yeah.
Do you want some more cat facts?
I do like cat facts.
Okay, what are collective nouns for adult cats?
A group of cats is called a colony.
That's not one of the ones we got here.
A group of adult male cats. Tomcats. I don't know.
Clouder.
Oh.
Clutter. Pounce. And my favorite, a glaring of cats.
I've heard the first one before. I've not
like
heard
a
of
pounce
glaring.
of cats.
Did you know that cats can recognize their own names?
Yes, I did know that.
Do you know the technical term for a hairball?
No.
It's a bezoar.
Gross.
Bezoar.
Gross. Why can't you just call it a hairball?
Because there has to be a technical term. Very important cat scientists who need to keep their street cred in the science community.
I want to be a cat scientist.
How many species do you think cats have contributed to the extinction of?
Okay, birds. Wait, so is birds like all the species of birds that we're talking?
Yeah, so how many different species? So it could be birds, it could be rodents, it could be...
Birds, mice, fish. I mean, insects. Cats want insects.
So species as in like, yes, it's a bird, but there's warblers. And it would be like a yellow-breasted warbler or
like pigeons is one, and then doves is like another. Oh God, so thousands then.
So extinction means they're gone forever.
Oh, extinction. Sorry, I don't know. 7.
33.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Wait, tell me what?
33 different species have gone extinct due to cats.
All birds?
Not necessarily all birds.
Wow. Did you see about the mice plague in Australia?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
I said we should just put the cats there.
So, at least from my years in school taking biology, if you're going to introduce a species into an environment in the hopes of it being used to get rid of another species, you have to make sure it's not just going to switch its prey if it runs out of food, which
No,
cats would do for sure.
but so my idea is that you know how beekeepers have bees and they just take them from farm to pollinate?
Mm-hmm.
We just spay the cats, we neuter the cats, we maybe chip them so we can find them again, and then we take them from mouse plague to mouse plague. But then when they kill all the mouses on one farm, you take them to another farm.
I think Cheryl's found some more.
Mm-hmm.
Some more cat facts.
So, how many feral cats do you think roam the grounds of Disneyland?
Thousands.
So, actually, they have 200 cats that roam the grounds, and they're all spayed and neutered, and the staffers provide medical attention. In return, the cats keep down the rodent population.
Well, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's just one mouse they can't get.
That's fun, though. There's like a Tom and Jerry.
He means Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I forgot about Mickey Mouse.
For Disneyland?
I just was thinking about Tom and Jerry because I like that show.
But they're not even Disney.
But I like that show.
Okay. When was the oldest cat video ever made?
Like a YouTube video?
It just says the oldest cat video.
Like the first recorded cat video?
Yes.
I don't know when recorded technology began. I'm going to just say 1937.
1894, and the video was called Boxing Cats.
Is it a real cat being filmed or is it a paper cat?
It's real cats.
And it's called Boxing Cats?
Yep.
Is that like a dog fighting ring but for cats?
That I don't know.
They have like gloves on their hands and they just bat each other in the face. They have like silk boxers on with their fighter name written across the butt.
I'm going to Google this. Are you sure?
Yeah. Go to YouTube and put in Boxing Cats 1894.
I was joking about the tiny boxing gloves. Turns out it was real.
Oh my god, I was just going to say you watched it first. This is very silly.
I even think one of the cats is wearing boxing shorts.
I don't like the guy watching them though. What the fuck is that?
That is called a referee.
Absolutely not. His expression and everything about him is just 0 out of 10.
This is clearly a sport that like actually went on, because otherwise why else would they film boxing cats?
So that was probably all the more interesting cat facts. There's like a lot of things on here that are not terribly interesting.
Every cat fact is an interesting cat fact.
How about the Hungarian word for quotation marks? Mexkakarom literally translates to cat claws.
That's not a cat fact. That's silly. That's like in the same category as catachino. I don't want that. Don't bring that to me. Get out.
So no Hungarians in your future?
Just no silly cat puns about quotation marks.
It's
The
not a
Hungarians
pun.
are welcome. I welcome you, Hungary. I heard that's where paprika is from. If that's true, welcome. If it's not true, then I'm welcome.
Well, now that you've alienated our Hungarian listeners, I think of like all the events we've made you go to so far, this is the one you've probably enjoyed the most.
Yeah, because I just sat on my couch and watched Kitten Cam. And before the event started, I found these vanilla frosted Cheerios. So I was just eating vanilla Cheerios and watching Kitten Cam.
And referring back to our randonauting episode where your top 5 things that you wanted to look for were all just animals, I would think that you would enjoy more animal events. What kind of animal fest, if we can find any, do you think you would like to do in the future?
There's a sanctuary we could go to by Innisfail, and there's wolves. I would like to go there.
The Anuska Dog Sanctuary?
It's
Wolf
not
Dog
the wolf
Sanctuary?
dog place. I think this was like just a different nature sanctuary.
Hmm.
I also want to go to the wolf dog place, but this was like just a more. I think there's more animals, but I didn't have time to Google it yet. But I know you could walk with wolves there, and also you could just leave me there, and I could just stay there with the animal. And there's a bear place in BC.
Mm-hmm.
And we could go see the bears. And I think we did find a possum sanctuary, but it's in Ontario.
Well, on that note, that wraps up our first episode for season 2 of the I Went Outside Today podcast.
Season 2, new me, new you.
That's Sydney's new ending line for every episode from now on.
I want to play Cat Stack.
We're going to let Sydney play Cat Stack now. So this is one of your hosts, Chris, signing off.
This is Sheryl signing off.
Bye, I'm Sydney. I do the things.
Thanks for listening to this very special episode of I Went Outside Today. If you have comments, compliments, or just suggestions of what Sydney should take part in, send them to us on our I Went Outside Today Facebook page or by email to iwentoutsidetodaypod@gmail.com. Also, if you could give us a positive rating and review wherever you listen to your podcast and share us with your friends, we would really appreciate you helping our small podcast become a little bigger. Bigger.